This is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the show about everything that gets you from here to there. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
The show about everything that gets you from here to there. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're cracking open the mystery under the hood. What actually happens when you turn the key?
Because most people just turn it and hope, like vibes-based transportation.
Right? Pure faith. But there is actual science happening, and it is wild.
So let's start at the very beginning. You twist the key, and the first thing that wakes up is the starter motor.
The starter motor is this little electric motor powered by your car battery, and its only job is to kick the engine into motion.
It's like flicking a spinning top. The engine can't start itself, so the starter gives it that first push.
And that push spins the crankshaft, which moves the pistons up and down inside the engine cylinders.
Pistons, those are the heart of the whole thing. Little metal cylinders pumping away like a mechanical heartbeat.
A typical car engine has 4, 6, or 8 of them, all firing in a sequence so the power stays smooth.
So while the pistons are moving, the fuel system is doing its thing too, spraying a fine mist of gasoline into each cylinder.
Modern cars use fuel injectors, which are basically tiny precision sprayers that time the fuel delivery down to milliseconds.
Milliseconds, my microwave takes longer to decide it's ready than a fuel injector does its entire job.
And that fuel mist mixes with air, because fire needs oxygen, and together they form a tiny controlled explosion.
That's literally what an internal combustion engine is. Thousands of tiny explosions per minute, harnessed to move you forward.
A typical engine at highway speed fires about 2,000 times per minute per cylinder.
So if you have 4 cylinders, that's 8,000 little bangs every minute just to get you to the grocery store.
And none of that works without spark. That's where the spark plugs come in. They ignite the fuel-air mixture at exactly the right moment.
Timing is everything. Too early or too late and you get knocking, misfires, or just a sad spluttering engine.
The ignition system sends a high-voltage pulse. We're talking tens of thousands of volts to each plug at the precise moment.
Tens of thousands of volts, and people act like a paper cut is dangerous.
The explosion pushes the piston down, which rotates the crankshaft, which eventually sends power to the wheels through the transmission.
The transmission is basically the gearbox. It matches the engine's power to whatever speed you actually need.
Low gear for climbing hills, high gear for cruising the highway. It's like choosing the right bicycle gear, just automatic.
Meanwhile, your alternator kicks in. That's a generator driven by the engine that recharges your battery while you drive.
So the battery starts the car. The engine runs the alternator refills the battery. It's a beautiful little loop.
And all of this happens in about 1 second from key turn to running engine. 1 second.
Which is honestly embarrassing because it takes me way longer than 1 second to find my backpack every morning.
Now here's where it gets even cooler. Modern cars have an engine control unit, basically a computer managing all of this.
The EQ reads dozens of sensors hundreds of times per second, air temperature, oxygen levels, throttle position, and adjusts everything on the fly.
So your car is constantly doing math to keep itself running efficiently. Your car is smarter than my group project partners.
The EQ can adjust fuel delivery, ignition timing, and airflow all optimized together before you even finish turning the key.
And if something goes wrong, the EQ flags it and lights up that little check engine light on your dashboard.
Which, let's be honest, most people treat as a suggestion rather than a warning.
Guilty. So we've got a battery, a starter, pistons, fuel injectors, spark plugs, a crankshaft, a transmission, an alternator, and a computer.
all collaborating in perfect sequence so you can back out of the driveway without thinking about any of it.
Engineering is basically just layers and layers of genius that we get to ignore completely.
And electric vehicles skip most of this. No combustion, no spark plugs, no fuel injectors, just electrons straight to a motor.
Which is its own kind of beautiful simplicity, but that's a whole other episode.
A teaser. We love a teaser. Thanks for riding along with us today. Keep asking why things work. Not just that they work.
Because the answer is almost always more interesting than you expected.
Until then, stay curious, stay buckled, and we'll see you next week on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.